Hi, I'm Dr. Letitia Henry from the Prevention Specialists.
The non-starchy vegetable featured in this video is going to be asparagus. Now, asparagus isn't a vegetable that I grew up eating. It doesn't grow in our part of the world. I actually was introduced to it when I was in college in California. It seems that asparagus likes cool winters with moderate summers, but asparagus actually originated from most of Europe, North Africa, and Western Asia. And it's been used since ancient times, both as a vegetable and for medicinal purposes. It's said that in the 19th century, asparagus was so highly valued in France that it earned the nickname the vegetable of kings. An interesting fact about asparagus is that it can grow up to 10 inches, which is like the length of a pencil, a little bit more than that, actually. It can grow up to 10 inches in a 24-hour period under ideal conditions, which makes it one of the fastest growing vegetables that we have. Now, asparagus is one of the vegetables that I could go on and on about its nutrient value. It is amazing. It's a great source of vitamin A, C, E, K, vitamin B6, folate, iron, copper, calcium. I mean, it's unbelievably beautiful in terms of its nutrient content. It's also high in fiber, it has antioxidants, it's low in calories, so it makes ideal complement to somebody who's trying to lose weight and want to cut their calories. And because it's high in fiber, it helps you to feel full, even though you're eating less. But all of these nutrients found in asparagus means that it can help support your immune system. It improves your heart health. It neutralizes free radicals, which are the harmful molecules that can damage cells and contribute to chronic diseases and aging. The other interesting thing about asparagus is that it's naturally occurring diuretic effects, which help your body to produce more urine and help you get rid of excess water and waste. This means that it can help you feel less bloated, you have less swelling. So it's great for your kidneys and, of course, amazing for your blood pressure. Consider that sometimes people are put on medications that are called diuretics. These are the ones that we call it water pills, where when you take it, you just find yourself urinating regularly because it's helping to get rid of excess water in your body. So asparagus has this ability naturally. Now, finally, in terms of why asparagus is so amazing for our health, it is high in folate. We know folate helps to prevent neural tube defects in the baby. So this is one vegetable that it would be great to eat, making sure you eat it on a regular basis if you are expecting. Now, the big question is, how do you cook it? Because it's not familiar to us. At least it wasn't familiar to me. But asparagus, the one of the key things that you have to do is cut off the woody ends of it. And then you can cook it by steaming it, grilling, roasting, sauteing, or boiling it. Now, if you choose to boil it, some people invest in those tall asparagus steaming pots so that they could stand the asparagus up. Instead of laying it down, but you don't have to go through all of that trouble. You can boil asparagus, laying it flat in the water in the pan, but you do have to make sure it's covered completely with the water. The key is to cook it until it's tender, but still slightly crisp, which usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how thick the spears are. Now, let's say you've gone to the grocery store, you've bought it, haven't had time to, you're not using it right away. So to extend the shelf life, you want to store your fresh asparagus upright in a glass of water in the refrigerator and cover it with a paper towel, a damp paper towel. If your asparagus starts to wilt before you have a chance to use it, consider blending it up in soup or blanching it and freezing it. That can help you to be able to use it at a later date. Now, even though asparagus is available year round, just because of all our art, agricultural gains that we've made over the last few years, where you can grow things out of season, the peak season is the spring. So you'll usually see April and May are asparagus in abundance. So I want to share a quick little recipe that you can try. So grilled asparagus with lemon zest. Lemon zest pairs beautifully with the asparagus. So you toss the asparagus spears with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, or whatever seasonings you prefer. Grill it until it's tender. And then you're going to finish it off with a sprinkle of lemon zest, and you could even grate a little Parmesan cheese on it as well. But for those of you who want to maybe incorporate it along with a traditional dish that you're used to, what about adding it to your fish and fungi? So you can lay the asparagus on top or alongside your fish, and it can just add a little dimension, a little twist to your traditional fish and fungi that you might eat. It introduces a new texture, a new flavor, and it'll complement the fish perfectly. So consider doing that, elevating your dining experience with a little vegetable that the kings used to always have at their banquets. I hope you give this asparagus, this non-starchy vegetable, a try and see if you can't make it a part of your regular meal plan.
This is Dr. Letitia Henry with the Prevention Specialist, reminding you, add some color to your plate.